Today we are back with another Picky Eater recipe roundup. This is where I pull recipes from our past cookbook reviews that pretty much everyone in our family at least enjoyed enough. You know what I'm saying? And that's sometimes all you need when you got a picky eater in the family. We've reviewed almost 100 cookbooks here on the channel. So we've got a lot of recipes that we loved, liked, and we're kind of meh on. And these ones are some of the top tier. Today we've got a Chinese no chicken salad from Life Changing Salads by Danielle Brown. We've got a spicy General Tso Tofu from Brand New Vegan by Chuck Underwood. And better than takeout Sesame Tofu from Healthy Girl Kitchen, also by Danielle Brown. If you're interested in any of the cookbooks from these recipes, use the link in the description down below. Getting them from there helps them out, helps me out too. And before we jump into the recipes, I just want to make sure that you are subscribed to our mailing list. It's free, and I don't spam. I just send out an email every 2 weeks. You get a meal, you get a deal. I tell you what you've missed out on in the last little bit, what's coming up on the channel that you can check out, and I put a little fun fact in there, because who doesn't like a fun fact? All right, to the recipes. So for our dinner tonight, we're gonna make this Chinese no chicken salad. And we're gonna make a lot of changes. Not really a lot, but some modifications based on things that we just can't get.
You just did a lot of vacations.
Did I say vacations?
Yeah. Do we need a vacation?
We maybe do. Okay, so we're just gonna use all of the same cabbage because we got this giant cabbage from the market that we're still eating and we didn't want to waste it. So there's no purple cabbage in here. In terms of the mung bean sprouts, this is what our store has. Just plain old bean sprouts. That's what we're using. Those are mung beans?
So?
I always thought they were mung beans, but anyway, it just says bean sprouts in the front. That's what we're using. For the dressing, we're just gonna swap out most of that oil with aquafaba. We might use a little bit of the sesame oil for flavor. And then for this, she says to top it with crunchy noodles at the end. But I couldn't find any crunchy noodles that weren't egg noodles or that were gluten-free as well. So we're just gonna omit those. That would be a nice little texture thing to add on at the end. But we'll add on some of the sesame seeds and the roasted almonds. We'll roast some almonds in the air fryer to make up for that. And hopefully it'll be delicious.
Really good. It's just a bit too vinegary for me. But I think if you used the oil, it would probably be less vinegary. So maybe if you don't use the avocado oil, reduce the vinegar.
How easy was this?
Pretty easy. There's just a lot of components.
I like the taste a lot.
Yeah, it's good.
This is really good. I would eat this like every day, this kind of thing.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, you get bored of it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's filling, it's tasty, lots of textures going on, a variety of flavors. This is like an S for me. I love this.
Yeah, really good.
But too acidic for you. But maybe that's because we did the swaps.
Yeah.
So what do you give it?
An A.
Let's see what Annie thinks.
There's something funky in here. It tastes smoky. I think it's an A. It's pretty good. Something smoky in here.
What makes it an A?
I like the flavors.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I don't know. Just like alright. It's kind of like, it's pretty garlicky.
You're really sensitive to garlic, eh?
Yeah, but I like garlic, but like.
It's too pungent.
Put in 1/4 of the amount of garlic it called for.
Really?
Is our garlic just here just really, really strong? Or do other people have insanely strong garlic taste?
I don't know. Flavor's good. Nice texture. It's an A.
Nice. Tonight for dinner, I'm going to make this spicy General Tso Tofu. Tofu. Hi. We've made lots of stir fries. This is a stir fry essentially. I'm going to serve it with some rice noodles, I believe. Here's one of my challenges with this book. The order of information, if you're not the kind of person who, like my wife, reads the recipe all the way through, and I know people should just do that, but a lot of you don't, let's be honest, you could get to one point where you're like, wait a minute, I have to add 45 minutes to this? Like, none of Chuck's recipes have how many people it serves, how long it takes, and just the order of things is confusing too. It's like he puts the sauce up first and then the stir fry, but you need to press the tofu, you need to marinate it, and then you need to bake it for 45 minutes. The sauce takes, I don't know, 5 minutes to make, maybe? Put that second in your recipe. It's just confusing and I think could cause people some real frustration. What this one does that's really cool that I haven't done before is soaking the tofu and marinating it for a little bit in the pineapple juice from the can. That's brilliant. I don't know why that's something I never thought of before. I think you could, instead of baking the tofu in the oven for 45 minutes, you could probably air fry it for like 10, 15. 45 seems like a long time. But because I have time tonight, I'm gonna follow these instructions and see what we think of that. That said, there's nothing in here I need to change because all of Chuck's stuff is whole food, plant-based. So I'm gonna make this as is. He's got a great variety of vegetables in here. Annie won't love the mushrooms, but I'll have those on the side. Now I'll put the cashews on the side too, so that Wooly can take leftovers for lunch if she wants. So the one thing I don't have from this recipe is mirin. You can substitute that with something like a dry sherry or a sweet Marcello wine. If you don't have either of those, which we don't either, you can use rice vinegar. The only thing you need to do is add just a little bit of sweetener, like some coconut sugar or some maple syrup, just to counteract the sourness to give it the same kind of flavor for every tablespoon or so. Because this already has sugar in it, this recipe, I'm not gonna worry about that. It just calls for 3 tablespoons sugar. I'm gonna use corn. I'm gonna use corn. Coconut sugar. Hey, Danny.
Good. Like stir fries.
Yeah.
Tastes gingery. It tastes like a good sauce that Mommy would make.
A good sauce that Mommy would make. What's your rating?
S.
S.
Actually, A.
An A.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And he just gave me bonus mushrooms.
Mmm. It's really good. Oh
Why
wow.
is there pineapple in here?
Because that's what's in it.
So it's called pineapple. It's meant to be more like a Chinese kind of dish, like a General Tso.
I don't know. It's really good. It's an S for me. I would make it every day.
What I liked is they had me marinate the tofu in pineapple juice, which, let me just try the pineapple on its own. I think, I don't know.
You mean
Can
the
you tell?
tofu on it, Tom?
Yeah, you marinate it.
I
Maybe
tasted
a
a little
little
bit.
sweet, yeah.
I tasted a little bit.
If you just have the, yeah, if you
Cool
have the
idea.
pineapple, this is delicious. It's really like, I don't taste the tamari or the tahini, but it adds that's a nice alternative for like a peanut dressing that you can take to school.
Okay.
This is a keeper. I love it. This is my favorite recipe in this book so far. This is an S for me too. All right, Eve, what do you think?
It's pretty good. I just like the flavors. Kind of spicy, kind of sweet. Yeah, pineapple is nice. Water chestnuts, nice crunch. Yeah. Hey.
Nice. Rufus is having his dinner, and we're making ours. Better than takeout sesame tofu. I've made things like this before, so I think this is gonna go over well for my family. Special note is it only serves 2, so I'm doubling everything. And if you are of a family of more than 2, you might want to do the same, especially if you want leftovers. You might even want to triple it. This is actually really, really simple. I've already pressed the tofu, which the recipe does not call for, but I did just because that's my preference, but it's not required. I'm gonna do this without any oil, so and I'm not gonna fry the tofu on the stovetop. I'm just gonna air fry it. So all I'm gonna do is cut it into squares, toss it with cornstarch, and then just air fry it in the air fryer for like 10 minutes or so until it gets to the consistency I like. I like it a little dehydrated. My wife would go a little bit less, but as long as she doesn't see what I'm doing, nothing. We're talking about our preference levels for the amount we air fry the tofu. You like it crispier, right?
No.
Well, she's not making it, so she doesn't get a vote.
I hear you.
Damn it. She's still not making it. I don't care if she hears me.
I hear you.
Are you gonna come in here and cook with me?
Let me just say one thing. I didn't get to finish my thought. It's not horrible when it's extra crispy. I just prefer it when it's less.
I'll take that in consideration. I don't care at all. I'm making. Comment down below how you like your tofu. Like a little extra crispy or a little on the mushier side? I gotta go. I'm having popcorn. I gotta cook.
Oh my gosh, make dinner.
I'm making it. Oh my goodness.
Wait.
How dare you? Whisk all the, then you make a sauce. Uh-oh. Whoops. You heat up the sauce and toss it all together. So on the side, I'm gonna make some rice and I'm gonna steam some broccoli. I'm not doing anything special with the broccoli. I'm literally just gonna cut it up and steam it in a pot on the stove. Super simple. Prediction is that my kids are gonna be like, this tastes like something we've had before, which is not wrong. So what was the first thing you said? No, you made a reference to this being similar to another dish?
A dish that we had a couple times because we really liked it.
Yeah.
I like this one a lot too.
You gotta watch covering your mouth.
I like this one too.
Okay.
You like this one too?
I could make you say anything right there.
How about this one? Really great dinner.
Is that better?
Yeah. So picky.
It's not picky, it's just people want to see your beautiful lips while you're eating. Actually, that's not true. People don't want to see
No,
us
we really
eating.
don't. See, I'm helping the world.
I like this a lot. Uh-oh. I heard from Annie. Annie?
The sauce in the tofu is like a sweet and sour sauce.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
Tastes like it usually does.
But this is a new recipe.
Sure it is.
It's spicier.
But
Woo!
it's spicier?
Woo! Mm-hmm.
Tastes sour and spicy.
In a good way?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think our family generally likes saucy tofu cubes. We like tofu cubes a lot.
I hope you enjoyed this recipe roundup. Let me know in the comments down below if there's any of the cookbooks that we have done in the past that you'd like to see highlighted again here on the channel. If there's any recipes you think we haven't highlighted enough, or if there's any cookbooks or recipes that you think we need to focus on moving forward. And also, don't forget, if you are interested in any of these books that I mentioned today, use the link in the description down below. Getting them from there helps them out, helps me out too. Before we sign off, I'd like to give a quick hello to some of you who said hello to us in the comments down below. Pat from Wilmington, Delaware. Julia from the United Kingdom. Christopher from Ohio. Leo from Lehman, Virginia. Cheryl from Michigan. Ms. Keene from Northwest Arkansas. Annette from Asheville, North Carolina. Becky from Poole, Dorset in the United Kingdom. Sarah from Vancouver Island in British Columbia. Blair from Los Angeles, California. Kim from Zeeland, Michigan. And Sheila from Elk, California. If you'd like a shout out here on the channel, all you have to do is say hello to us in the comments down below. Let us know who you are, where you're watching from. And if you want to bump up on that shout out list, consider joining us over on the Mighty Network for that perk, along with many others. You get advanced viewings of these videos. When I'm testing recipes, I throw them up in there. We have lots of great conversations, but the most important thing I find is just being part of a group of like-minded individuals, no matter where you live in the world. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't have other people that eat the way that we do. So I know it's been a great support for a great many people. And you can join us over there for the price of a crappy cup of coffee a month. I hope you enjoyed this Picky Eater Roundup. If you did, hit the like button to let YouTube know to share with other people. Obviously, subscribe for more videos like this. And if you're still here right now, check out this video right here. Thanks.